Hello. So I wanted to just make a little bit of a response to Spiritual Soul real quick because he spoke about the little Nas X situation with the performance that happened where Lil Nas he kissed a man, and we all, if you don't know, Lil Nas is gay, and that I just wanted to just respond to like how So put it. Like when I watched that video, I just want to say, like, I like watching his videos. I don't always agree, but I do find some of his videos helpful. I do think that he has a really nice soul, but there are things that I do disagree on, and this is one of those situations that I do absolutely disagree, because I'm part of the LGBTQ community myself. I'm also part of, the Black community, and I'm part of the, I'm spiritual, I'm a witch, whatever, but it's just, he put it in this idea, it's like, that, well, first of all, he said that, I can't remember if he said he didn't mind, the LGBT community, or if, he was a supporter. I don't think he said, like, it's not really support, but, in the way that he put it, it was as if he was conveying that our existence is okay as long as it doesn't make him uncomfortable. And when I say him, I mean like him and his values, the way that he perceives things. And I really want to mention, like, put the fact that, we're all souls here. We're all experiencing our own personal journeys or personal experiences. We have different values, different sexual attractions, different gender identities. It's not really about putting an agenda to like change people. It's really the agenda of saying, like, hey, we exist and we do deserve to be seen. It's not really something to be ashamed about. And I feel like it's kind of a double standard when it comes to what's allowed to be open, what's allowed to be reformed, because straight people get this platform all the time, cisgender people get this platform all the time. I mean, people are going to have backlash because we feel threatened by our values, and this stems from ego. It's not a spiritual perspective, because to be honest, the universe couldn't care less about what Lil Nas X does. It's not really like set in stone that the agenda's bad or it's evil. To be honest, we all have an agenda. Every single one of us, if we have an opinion, we have an agenda. We're working towards something, we have an agenda. Even the spiritual community, we have an agenda. We want to see change in the world. And it's very important that we recognize when we're acting on ego. And I say this because, like, I mean, that's such an egotistical thing to say. I have to, like, focus on my ego. I like to think sometimes, because, like, I'm a Libra moon, and so I like to think that I can be balanced and be able to see all perspectives, which is, like, true. But I also still have my perspective. I still have my life experience. And to say that my experience doesn't matter as much as yours, or my experience is wrong compared to yours, is something that I very much disagree on. And it's nothing to, like, we're not trying to attack. Another thing, like, with the whole dancing, like lap dancing on the devil, honestly, I thought that was a power move, to be honest. But it's not because we're against Christians, we're against the idea that we're bad. And the way that we do it is, well, some of us, yes, it's like we do make a mockery out of the things that have held us down for so long. And it's not really your place to tell us how we handle these things, if I'm being completely honest. Like, that's on us. That's what we choose to do. And it's I mean, you're very much entitled to like how you feel and like how you're going to react, but that doesn't make how we feel or how we're going to react any less valuable than how you're going to react, you know? But like, yeah, it's just, and it's not really something that, like, kids, we're always talking about like, oh, you know, kids shouldn't be seeing this or blah blah blah, but it really does come down to a matter of what we make normal. Like, we have held on to these ideas, these beliefs that have been like passed on through generation after generation, and it's not set in stone to like how we're supposed to behave or how we're supposed to perceive the world. Like, we're growing, we're learning. I watched a video recently and somebody said like, even God's still learning, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, the universe is constantly growing, constantly changing, and just gathering experiences. And to write off somebody else's experience is to write off the universe. Really, it's like I mean, I respect your view as an experience, as your personal experience in life on Earth, but I don't say it's true. I don't say that's the right thing to do. Well, I mean, it's your way of going about it, but it doesn't mean that you know more than somebody else, you know. I don't know. I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, but I mean, it's really, I wanted to come on and like explain this because, you know, we're often, as humans, we look up to somebody in a certain light. You know, we see somebody in a certain social status position or whatever, and we assume that this person knows what they're talking about, or they're more educated or more stable than us or something. But, you know, that's not the case, and it's okay to have your own opinions about things, and don't take everything that they say as the inherent truth. You have your own truth to your journey. And even so puts it, he's like, you know, understand, and it's like, everybody's understanding is different because our paths are different. The way that we move and behave is going to be different because we're experiencing life in different ways, different lenses, and it's all important. It's not evil. It just is. Like, it is. This is how things are. It's just is. And it's just, life is just a beautiful collage. Death is a beautiful collage. Just love is a beautiful collage. Identity, a beautiful collage. Just everything we're experiencing is important. And I do feel hurt, to be honest, to hear you say that it's distressing to see, because my identity, I mean, first of all, my identity I do not exist to make you comfortable, but my identity is not something for you to control, something for you to label. It is entirely on my own, what I choose to do with it. And children are going to be able to understand that if you sit down and take the time to explain it to them. they're I feel hate in the words that you say sometimes, and it you can be really harsh at times. Like I understand, like, you know, ego is a very, very powerful thing, especially like spiritual ego. Like, you gotta watch out for it. Even I still have to watch out for it, duh. But like, for even now, this place of hurt is coming from ego. I mean, ultimately, none of this matters, and it, like, things are just gonna happen the way that they're going to happen. The universe isn't going to, like, put something that's not supposed to happen. Like, it all is just experience. And it's not like the LGBTQ plus community is like trying to hurt people. We just want to be seen as equals. It's not that kiss. I mean, yes, it's a form of protest. It's like, you know, you not you personally, so just like society in general. We've taken this this idea of like straightness and cisgenderedness and things like Christianity and whiteness and all these very popular socially acceptable identities and made those, you know, the crowning glory of like what you're supposed to be. But that is not the case at all. It's okay for us to be seen. It's okay for us to do as, you know, straight people do, cisgender people do. We're learning life, we're living life. And it's okay to get things wrong, you know, explore something and be like, oh, you know, that's not for me. It's part of the experience. What's more important is that we're actually teaching children how to foster healthy relationships, foster healthy boundaries, knowing our worth and understanding that it's not really about who we kiss or like how we kiss or like where we kiss. It's more so like how we feel in the internal when we do those external actions. That's how I feel. Like, that's my experience about spiritual journeys. It's like, it doesn't really matter, because like people, like, I study astrology or I'm like learning about it. I'm recently new to it, but I see a lot about like birth charts, and people are so different. Like, what's comfortable and safe to me and feels really gross or icky to me is something completely different for somebody else, and it's not my my place to judge what that person's doing, how they feel, what they feel is right for their lives to live. I mean, we definitely argue about. I do think it's important that we are fostering a safer, healthier environment in regards to like not acting in violence. But as far as just simply expressing ourselves, really, yes, hurt feelings, it's a matter of figuring out if the hurt is something that goes on internally or if it's a boundary that we need to put in place. Like, say, you know, having like a narcissist in your life, obviously you need like boundaries, but as far as like somebody else doing something and you see it, like a kiss on stage, it just seems like people are overreacting, and I understand where that place is coming from, but know that it's not from an evil place. Please, we just want to have the same freedoms and self-expression as normalized society, you know. But that's about it. I really hope you have a great day, all of you, if anybody is watching this. But yeah, alright, bye.